Juju, you just popped in like 2 seconds and we're live. And you got, wait, hold on, it's my sound, not yours.
I'm not stuck in the picture again for a new graphics card.
Yeah, bro. Oh, man. I'm just wicking something up. So we're live. Yeah. We are live. A little bit late.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Okay, I was going to quickly mute my video quickly. Hold on. There we go.
So you can watch the chats.
Yeah. I can just see what's going on there in chat. So.
Yeah, bro.
There we go.
Sabine, like...
load shedding there. Got load shedding, Rick?
Nope. No, they're not load shedding us now because of all the floods and the fuckery and...
yeah.
So...
How you guys been good, man? Still guys been good?
Well, we're okay. We're fine. There's nothing wrong with us. Yeah.
Cool.
Neighbor next door to me, a little bit of his garden went into the neighbor next door. Pulled down a fence and they've had to cut some trees down, which is nice because it makes my view better. But yeah, it's the people are still rebuilding roads and stuff, so it's going to take some time.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to take a while for KZN or actually Durban.
Bro.
Up and running again, bro.
I saw some cuck today that just made my blood boil. It's bloody... So the Chatsworth community, which is predominantly Indian, went and made biryani and took it down to the like location or squatter camps to help feed the people that like they always live on rivers and shit, and there's a lot. Bro, the guys took the food and they threw the food away.
What?
They're like, no, we Zulus, we don't eat Indian food.
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
No, I'm dead serious, bro. I was like, it's flipping embarrassed, bro. Like, I don't know why I was embarrassed, but I was just like, I felt so bad for those people that, like, people made donations and somebody said they will cook in a church kitchen or whatever, and they just went there with food to like flipping help, bro. Like, I would take a biryani even if I wasn't like stranded with a flood victim or whatever. But the fact that
I don't think anybody takes offense, but I would stand in that road just to get biryani.
Bro, especially a Durban biryani. And they're like, no, we want putu.
Yeah,
we Zulus, we want putu.
Pugs in the house. Good evening, Puggy.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good morning, Mr. Pugs.
How are you, sirs?
Lovely. So I'm re-wicking the Blotto Max.
Alright, okay.
Because mine was leaking.
Ooh.
No, I'm really enjoying this.
You fucking jinxed me, Pugs.
Controversial.
No, but I think I'm gonna. No, I had the wicks in like way too long. You know, sometimes with fruit juices, you don't have to re-wick like every 3 or 4 days. So you kind of stretch it, and then at some stage the cotton must have collapsed. And I didn't notice it leaking. Just when I took it off the device, it was wet on the bottom, and I was like, "Oh shit! Look at that! Pugs has jinxed me."
Yeah.
But I want to know from the Serendipity range which juice is next. Which was the one that you said was the best? Should I just, because I've put a fresh set of Juicy Lucy coils in here.
Right. Go for the Sweet Nirvana.
Sweet Nirvana.
Pops, I've got a question for you. Are you probably going to export to South Africa or not, your juice range?
So will he export to Africa, did you say?
Yeah, South Africa, yeah.
Well, he's trying to.
That's the idea. That's what he's trying to.
Yeah, no, definitely. That would be great. That'd be great. Huh?
It's not Pugs' range, it's Mark's range.
Oh, yeah. Mark's range. Oh, my pro. Sorry for that.
It's nothing to do with me. It's just, I just know him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, yeah.
But
you've heard of Whitlicker?
No.
You've heard of Whitlicker?
No.
Where is it?
And that's, folks that are watching, it's wick, as in cotton, wick liquor, as in alcohol. Yeah. Wick liquor.
That's the brand.
Oh yeah.
So that's the company behind Serendipity.
Okay.
Yeah, it does a smashing job.
They present their juice. It looks very awesome, man.
Oh,
How the
well,
presentation of it is.
Whitlicker have been around since forever. They've had the same range of liquids out for years and years and years. They're one of the originals. You know, back in the day, Whitlicker were massive then, and they're just as big now. So they're a good outfit. And this is Mikey works there. This was his idea for a nostalgic, old school range of flavors that are really fucking punchy and remind you of things from like when you were a kid, like apple pie and custard and lemon sherbet, rum and raisin ice cream, and vanilla.
Is there lemon sherbet in here?
That sweet Nirvana is lemon sherbet, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the one I want. But I need to nick it up first.
But it sounds delicious, by the way.
Yeah, they are though. Honestly, I've tried a lot of e-liquids over the years of retail ranges, and they always fall. Generally, unless the people making it are ex-mixers like Nevins or Graham, they tend to be a bit not very good. The retail liquids tend to fall short a fair bit.
Nevins is in the house. Hello, Nevins. Sorry, we didn't do comments there. Das is number one in chats tonight in Facebook. Debbie22 is number one in YouTube. Hi all. Julian says, how's it, guys and gals?
I don't have chat. Just one second.
How's it, Michael, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, the Thelema is boss brew. I'm really enjoying it. I'm just waiting for a sleeve to arrive from Sorrel. I'm stiff leathers. So yeah, dude, that thing kicks hard, bro. I'm pretty impressed with it.
Yeah.
What did you get? The Quest?
No, the DNA 250C. The version of that.
Oh yeah, shot. So it's a truffle warm year again tonight.
Yeah.
Hi chat. I can see chat now. Birdman, good to see you, my bearded sexy brother.
Bird.
And hi Deb22.
Michael Horn, what's happening? What's up?
I have to say one thing about Bird.
Oh, Brenny's in the house. Sorry, I have to stop everyone. It's Brenny from the Australias. It must be like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning for them. So just woke up to pee. Love your face, bro. Yeah, love you too, Brenny boy.
I have to say, Brent, I had a look at Birdman's Instagram page. I just have to say, Birdman, if you're online or if you're on the chat or whatever, dude, you got the beard of men, dude. I had a look on your profile picture of him on Instagram. Dude, that's a beard, dude. That's a real beard.
That's a proper beard.
That's a proper beard, dude. Proper.
He's an absolute legend as well. He really is an absolute
true legend, dude. True legend.
Love him to bits.
Alright.
I'm not on a show with him for a while. Actually, I think we need to sort that out, Birdman. Still alive.
Yeah, I see him. He's always on. I do that on Sunday mornings as the Legion Vape Show.
Yeah, he always watches that.
Yeah, he's always on there. And it's nice for me because it's like, for me, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. So it's easy to watch. It's like 9 o'clock in the evening for them, but that's their fault. They want to live in Australia.
Well, yeah, that was the issue we had with Wafdan, the guy that I run our forum with and used to do our shows with, because he's Australian. So to get us on at the same time was a nightmare. Yeah,
I know. That was Simon was also asking if Sam could come on the show. Oh my God, I watched the Simon show from Saturday. So many apologies, bro.
Mate, I told you it was entertaining. It was funny. I've got no issue with people coming on pissed. I'm usually pissed on there.
No, but not that.
Chester's in the house.
Mr. Ninja, hello, how are you?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tasty Care That Nurse Your Line.
Good to have you, Chase. Good to have you, my bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Just got in, just had a shower.
Brenny says it's 4 a.m. He's going back to sleep. Birdman replied a bit later, said it's 4:15. But Birdman's normally awake at that time, so.
Yeah.
He phoned me on his way.
Savage Simon! Hello, Savage Simon. Have you come to shit on my show? Because that's what I did to you. Bro, huge apologies to everyone. Pugs, Nevin, Savage Simon, whoever else was there. Mike, I think Mark was the first time on a show with me, and his eyes were just like this the whole show, going. Honest to God, I only remembered on Tuesday during my live, and I thought I was saying something, and I think Pugs came in and on the chat, and I saw him, and I went, "Oh, I was supposed to be on Simon's live. Oh shit!" And I thought that in my head, and I was like, "Okay." And then something was like, "No, wait, I was on." No, so I went on to a show like while I'm doing the live, and I went on and I saw that I was there, and I'm like, "Oh shit." Didn't even remember, bro.
Hey, honestly, it was a great show. I've watched it back. I usually do watch it back. And it was ace. It was funny. It was probably the quietest show I've been on. Because I couldn't fucking shut you up.
Bro, I talked for 2 hours straight. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
It was all great until somebody pissed you off in chat towards the end, and then you started a fight with someone.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's not typically my style.
We tried to brush over it, but he didn't mean it either. You know, he was only joking.
Yeah, I think it's lost in translation because for me, like just barely watching UK shows and stuff like that, like TV and stuff, if you told somebody to jog on, that's like telling them to fuck off.
Yeah.
And
no.
But it's just, jog on, mate. Like, you're having a laugh, jog on. Like,
yeah.
And
yeah.
Obviously, I didn't take it that way.
No. No, I'm quite surprised your fist didn't come through the screen.
Thanks so much for putting £5 on me, bro. But yeah, I think it was Michael Haynes. No, it wasn't Michael Haynes. I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember who it was. I don't. Yeah. No, Mike Haynes would have done that.
No, Mark Haynes won the Yorkshireman.
He did.
But anyway, that guy, he has sort of had a South African name as well. And I apologize to you, my friend. I took it the wrong way, and I won't beat you up if I see you at Expo. I promise. I'm a very gentle guy, unless I get pissed off. I'm sorry. I was, bro. That whole 2 hours was so cringeworthy.
It wasn't cringy. It was funny. It was entertaining.
Yeah, fun for you guys.
I hope you're going to take the chocolate with you to Expo as well, dude.
The what?
The what?
That very, very lacquer Lindt chocolate that you gave us.
Well, Pugs has got something even betterer than that. So the chocolate that I've got is 6.4 million Scoville units, and Pugs has those peanuts in his hands. Those are 13 million. Yeah. So
I licked one. That's enough.
Jeepers, bro. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's there's a thing. Go on YouTube and when you get a minute and search for Johnny Scoville's Tube of Terror test.
Yeah.
So
people do. It says on it what you're supposed to do. Actually, it's got instructions are.
I think you got to eat
no food or drink.
4 peanuts.
You've got 10 minutes to finish the tube of peanuts. Only eating 1 or 2 peanuts at a time. Then you have to wait 5 minutes after the final peanut to complete the challenge. So you watch the videos of people. They are dying.
I'll tell you something. You know that food meets beard meets food.
Roughly.
He's a UK guy.
Right.
He's a fucking hero of mine. He's got this massive beard and he does his food challenges. And he's done the dark chocolate one. I think he ate like half the slab at once. He was like, oh yeah, this is fucking hot. And he was crying and he failed on the peanuts. He couldn't carry on. It was too hot. So I'm very keen to try those.
I shall bring them with me.
Chester, you finished praying yet or?
You know, I'm stuck again, Greg.
Yeah,
no. Your thing was, your screen froze.
No.
It's time for a new graphics card, Greg.
Thanks, Juju. Motherfucker. Oh my god. Bro. Freshly pressed lemons. Triple filtered through frozen sherbet granules. Okay, I didn't expect the icy part because I didn't read the label, but my God, that is lemony as a lemon drop could be.
Isn't that nice?
Lemony fresh.
Oh, no, that's... Right, that is money. That is good. Yes, I'm very stoked to have flavors coming out of the UK like that. I think you guys are always like scared of flavors. I don't know why.
No, that's the British stigma about us only liking bland foods. It's not true.
I've had a lot of UK juices.
Yeah.
We do like some flavours.
British food, we like bland food, but yet still our national dish is curry.
Yeah.
I think everyone's national dish is curry.
Yeah. Probably.
Who doesn't like a good curry?
Good evening, Mr. Wales in Facebook chat. What's up, Richard? How you, bro? Gary the Gun is in the house. Let me know when you're gonna try the peanuts. I'm in. Well, the peanuts will be in the UK, but you're more than welcome to come to my house. I got a piece of chocolate for you.
We'll be at the expo.
Richard Wales, the juice game is on point at the moment. Michael Horn says, Brent, when you're heading out to Dubai? I'll be in Dubai on the 15th to the 17th. Let me check the calendar. Hold on.
Look how unprepared I was for you telling me to come on your show tonight, Brent. Nothing.
Oh my gosh. That's very sad.
Yeah, that's bad.
I've got me vodka.
Yeah, so I'll be in Dubai on the 15th, but I don't know what time I land. I'll be at the show hold on. Yeah. I'll be in Dubai. I leave for Dubai on the 14th, UK, so it probably takes a couple of hours. I'll be there 15th, 16th, 17th. No, it is the 15th. When is the show in Dubai? Oh, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because they don't work Sundays. So I'll be in Dubai from the 15th to, I think I leave on the 20th, back to South Africa.
Nice. On the background.
What's up, Georgia boy? Ninja just bust out the Arsenal flag in the background there, and Julian put up Jerry Springer. Jenny, what's happening? Good evening, Jenny.
Getting this connection now.
The Gun says, is that an official invite? Yeah, it's an official invite to my house to come have a piece of chocolate. You know where I live. It's where you get all that free vape shit.
Talking about English juices, Nevins has got a new range coming out very, very soon, like in the next week or so.
Ah, cool.
And I know for a fact that they are amazing.
I wanted to ask, actually, while we're talking about English juices, Pugs, you'll probably have an answer for me on this. Has anyone tried Professor Green's juice, Unruly?
No. I haven't.
Has anyone heard any feedback on it?
No.
I haven't. No.
Why? What's the gist with it?
No, I was just I saw him on TV the other day, and I was like, I wonder what his juice is actually like.
Wait, what do you mean you saw it on TV the other day?
Him.
He's a big vapor, isn't he?
He's a celebrity. You know the guy, last Expo, the guy that performed on stage, the rapper?
Nah.
Oh, God.
No, buddy, I was there for work.
I was drinking at the time.
That's what I meant.
Guys, I just want to bring us to life. Michael Horn, you bastard. I just got that song out of my mind, and you just started this shit all over again.
Why, has somebody said it?
Yeah, I think Michael Horn brought that song. I'm your private dancer.
That's Julian's trigger song. She's just a private dancer. She dances for money.
Oh God!
Any old song will do.
Dude, I just got that song out of my mind a day ago. Now it's stuck in my mind again. Fuck. Thank you, Michael. Love you, bro.
Well
Hey,
done, Michael.
Jules, at least it ain't like Bush City.
Shush, now, Jason.
Because I've got a
Well,
feeling
it could
there's
be-
a whole
it
new
can
meaning
be
to that
worse,
song.
It can be worse, Jess. It can be, I'm an island boy.
Oh, fuck off. Julian, I told you I'm going to fucking ban you, bro. That shit. That's, yes, that shit's so bad.
Fucking hell.
Brent, Beard hates that.
You know what? That's like, just think about being a father to a girl, Pugs, you can relate, and she rocks up home with one of those motherfuckers.
No.
Not the coronavirus, though, dude. That's the first thing I'm going to say.
I'll move countries. I swear to God. Because if I don't, I will fucking kill him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm right there with you. 100%.
That's the quickest I rip out the 9mm pistol and say, listen, my boy, who the hell are you?
And my daughter's 19, and I would still kill him.
No, what you do, Julian, is you pull out the 9mm pistol, you pistol whip him to a pulp before you shoot him.
That would be fucking fun, dude.
No, bro.
Okay, so
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video with 50 Cent when his girlfriend goes to prom? When his daughter goes to prom, and the little Reggie guy comes up and he's got like a button-up shirt or whatever, and he's like a tweed button-up shirt, I think it is. And he was like, okay, just come inside. I want to talk to you. And takes him to the garage, and there's this room full of like hard-ass like motherfuckers. And he was like, so we agree that my daughter's curfew is 11 p.m. That means you'll have her home by 10 p.m. sharp. And Reggie's like, yes, sir. And then they, like lets the kid out of the room, and then all of them just start laughing. I wouldn't mind if my daughter brought home a nerd. For serious, bro. She brought home an island boy. I would have issues. I would have a mental breakdown.
I think
No,
Bad
but
Boys
this is
2.
about it. Your daughter brings home a nerd guy, right? The whole night's going to be chat about card game, flipping Water Warcraft. That's going to be the talk of the evening, dude. There's not going to be like any.
I don't know, bro. I've seen some of those Twitch streamer girls. I've seen their OnlyFans, bro. It's like, yes.
So, I don't know. I know about
Talking about some island girls.
Bugs and Jeremy. Have you guys got grown-up daughters?
No.
Yeah, my daughter's 19.
Right.
5 and
Okay.
10.
So Jeremy, you might relate because when you actually get to that stage in life where your daughter actually starts bringing guys home, it's so funny watching the little fuckers try so hard to impress you.
Yeah.
And it's fun making it hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the way I am with my daughter. If she brings home somebody, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's 19 now, and he seems like a decent guy. Now I'm going to run into the paces, and I'm going to do a check on him, and I'm going to, do a little history check too. And if he seems like a decent boy and he's got his head on straight, I'll give him a
Oh
chance.
yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're talking.
But the first mistake, we're going to have a talk in the garage. It's as simple as that.
Well, you see, the thing is Jeremy, is once you've laid, you've put the fare into them, there is no first mistake. Because they won't
Bad
fucking
Boys
dare
2.
make it.
Then Bad Boys 2, that scene in Bad Boys 2 when he comes to the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Bad Boys 2 with Reggie. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is Bad Boys too.
Well,
I mean, my son.
Right? On Bad Boys 2, and that guy at the front door. Give it
That was Reggie, and Will Smith comes up like he's drunk, and it's like, I'm an uncle. I just got out of prison for popping, and he says the N word, and like little Reggie's like, yeah, that 50 Cent was a different kid, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be shitty bang bang.
Shitty, bro. Jeremy, I kind of agree. I'll let my daughter make the right decision. I mean, she's going to be rather proficient in jiu-jitsu by the time she's 20. And I think I'll let her make her own choices by the time she's 25, maybe 30.
30 maybe.
No, that one comment from Mubin, Mohammed. You ever made love to a man? That one part that moved in. You want to?
So, Gary the gun says he walks in the front door and rolls out the back.
But, you know, I mean, my daughter.
Mr. Mobeen is in the house. Big Five Juice Company. What's happening, my bro?
Oh, that's a stunt you're, isn't it? That's the stunt you're doing at that store, isn't it?
Birdman says I have 3 daughters. Oh my word! No wonder you're so grey, bro.
Whoa, man! If I had 3 daughters, oh man.
Mobeen, have you ever made love to a man? Do you want to?
Birdman's only 25, you know.
Yeah.
3 daughters. That's like self-harm.
Like, I got a son who's 21. Him and his girlfriend have just turned 21, and they've been together for like 5 years now. Like, they're high school sweethearts and shit. And you know what's weird is, you know, you would think that the girl would impress the parents, or at least the mom. This girl, she does not try to impress anybody, and it's the weirdest thing. And my wife can't stand her because.
But she's just being who she is. It's rather that it's better than her being fake.
Absolutely.
You'd have to see it.
Engage with her to understand.
Right, you'd have to engage or see the situation. Like when she walks in to the house of my son, which is usually every other day, she doesn't even say hi.
Yeah. Is she maybe introvert or something like that?
Like she'll talk to my wife, but my son has to be there. Like
maybe she's just shy. Maybe she's really intimidated.
That's the only I can think of. But here's the thing: when my son was in boot camp and in the military, his senior the summer before his senior year of high school, her and my wife talked every day. They got close. As soon as my son.
Yeah, but over the phone is different.
Yeah.
Maybe she feels embarrassed about what they do in the bedroom and thinks that you might have heard.
My wife won't let me close the door, and they're 21 years old.
Exactly.
It's like she won't let them shut the door, but they go in there and they lay up, they fall asleep, they cuddle up, and she doesn't. And that's the thing we'll talk about. She won't give the respect that we deserve. You know, it's weird. It's just weird.
Well, I think the best approach would be for your wife to take her out for a drive to Starbucks and have a coffee and a chat, and just be like, "What's the deal?"
I agree.
Like when you come into my house, you greet me.
Yeah. Where did we go wrong? You know, we were talking, you know, and then for God's sakes, my son just bought her a car.
So Birdman's just put, whatever you do to her, I'm going to do to you dry.
That is legendary. I'm going to have that made onto a t-shirt.
Brilliant.
Vaseline not an option.
Chris Doyle's in the house as well. What's up, Chris?
Hey,
Graham's in the house. What's up, Graham? Joe says, my mum and dad say the same about my fella.
Okay.
Glenn Watson, I'd rather waterboarded than have 3 or 4 women around all day.
Sorry, Joe. I just want to let you know that I obviously have a particular type of troublemaker that I enjoy, and I think your parents are very happy that Pugs got involved and took you out the house. I think they love Pugs.
Yeah, I think they do actually.
They were like, "Yeah, sure, you can date our daughter. You want to marry her? Yeah, great. Cheers, freedom, Las Vegas."
You know what? She's actually not like that at all.
No, I know.
She's not trouble in the slightest. Quite the opposite.
Not trouble to you.
I, on the other hand, was.
And you're going to tell me the same thing. My daughter's the sweetest little angel you've ever met. Ha!
The other one was
Ha! Actually, we're having so much trouble with Mako at the moment, bro. It's mad.
How old is he at the moment?
He's 3 cunt years old.
3. So, see, this is what they don't tell you about the terrible twos.
Oh, Lord.
It doesn't stop when they hit 3.
Oh,
No.
It continues and progressively gets worse.
Sophia had the terrible twos, like legitimately 2 days after her second birthday. Bam, and it was like 3 months on the clock. Boom, done. Mako, he started his terrible twos quite late, but he's hanging on to it. The little shit's almost 4. He's going to be 4 in July. And, yeah, but it's just weird things. Like Easter egg hunting. He lost his temper about something. Or not his temper, but he lost consciousness of himself for a minute. And I was just like trying to pacify him. And I was like, whatever. And it's not like us to promote sweets and chocolates and stuff. You know, the kids don't get TV during the week. They don't get sweets and chocolates. My kids have never had Coke. They don't enjoy sodas. They prefer water with a bit of fruit juice in it, maybe, but water is a thing for them. Like, my kids are good, you know, like, as far as the way we've raised. I was like, yeah, have a chocolate. I don't want a chocolate. I don't want that. I don't want, like, and then he gets, like, stupid shit into his head. Like, I want to lie under the car tire when you're driving. I want to, when you reverse out the drive. And I'm like, bro, this didn't actually happen, but I'm just saying, he comes up with the most random shit. And then he'll just be like, oh, today, coming in the house. When I picked them up from school, we get to the house. They got to take their school bags and lunch boxes. School bags on the hook in the bedrooms and the lunch boxes in the kitchen. And he walked out the car. So I was like, Mako, please, take your bags out of the car. And he was like, I can't. And bro, dug his heels in and he wouldn't fucking do it. I like literally took both of his hands, went and picked up the luggage, walked with him in the house, put it on the hook, put it in the kitchen. There we go. And he was kicking and screaming the whole way.
Wow.
It's just a phase, they say.
We got a report back from, Karis, the little one,
Right.
with the little bobbed hair. From her nursery, we got a report. They had to report to us because Karis had punched an older, bigger lad in the face.
What did he do wrong?
Apparently nothing.
Nah, it's never nothing.
No, but that's what she's like. She's fiery.
Yeah. Sophia did the same thing. She also hit a bigger kid at school, gave him a proper black eye. But she was riding the bike, a little plastic bike, and he pushed his arm in between her and the bike and grabbed the handlebars and pulled it away from her. And she just left hooked him into the little socket, little blue eye. Yeah, I think it. You know what? I don't know what to do. I want to tell my kids now. Maybe I'll leave them a voice note. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to do the best that I can.
I actually had an interesting conversation at work today with a woman who, for those in the UK, will see her on the ITV news with regards to this law that's been brought in Scotland and Wales, but not in England as of yet, with regards to smacking children.
Right.
So it's completely illegal to lay a hand at all on your children in Scotland and Wales, but not yet. In England, reasonable chastisation is allowed. So the not the Home Secretary, but one of the ministers is saying, well, this is how we're going to keep it. I actually did a job today for a woman who's head of child psychology and was talking against it. So we had a very interesting chat on children acting out at that age.
What was her stance?
Her stance is ban all laying hands on children.
I don't know. Like,
It's
That's what's wrong with kids today. Is they don't get a proper butt whooping.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah, but you see, I think that there's a line of tolerance. Like Laura has a lot more patience with the kids than I do, and she will talk them. She will talk them to death. She'll talk, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're playing the game. Like they're speaking back on what you're saying. They're communicating back because you want them to communicate, but they're like, no, but I don't want to do this. And why don't you want to do it? No, I don't. And I'm like, you're opening a line of credit to them that allows them to continue this sort of behavior.
Yeah.
If you just give a little swift on the buttocks, they'll be like, what was that? And you don't have to, dude, with Sophia, if she did anything naughty when she was like really small, like Mako's age, I would make her smack her own hand. So I would be like, oh, I told you not to pick up that glass and you dropped it, or no, if it's an accident, I don't, but I'm trying to find, I told you to clean up your toys, you didn't clean up your toys, I've now cleaned up your toys, and you're going to get a smack, and you must smack yourself twice on the hand. And then and smack your hand. She would break down. But that's the way she disciplined herself, you know.
Yeah, but the discipline is in the fact that although you're doing that, her crying is actually from the fact that she's disappointed you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see? And most parents and kids will tell you the worst thing, I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, I'd rather, I mean, that's much better than actually physically hitting them. It's just to emotionally destroy their souls from the inside. Just, you know.
You know what my mum said to me once? I remember my mum vividly saying this to me, and it destroyed me. She said, Paul, I love you, I just don't like you very much at the minute. And that absolutely killed me.
My mum, that was my mum's thing. Well, she went to her deathbed saying that about my sister, who's 60 years old.
I was about 10 years old.
I don't like her. And my mum would say that. And the worst thing is disappointing your parent.
Yeah.
I think I'm not saying I don't smack my kids. I have smacked the kids, but only when they've done something particularly bad.
Yeah.
But this is the point.
It's very, very rare. Actually, it was 2 nights ago, which was the first time in ages I had to smack Caris's ass because she drew on the couch with a felt tip. That's bad.
That's malicious, and you tell them why, and then you give them one smack on the bum.
My voice is enough.
Yes, yeah. But you see, Laura couldn't. Firstly, Laura would break down crying if she hit one of the kids, and I have a reasonable suspicion if she started hitting the kids, she might not stop. Because Laura when she loses it, she fucking loses it. And she's fearful of beating the kids. And I'm like, but you don't have to beat them. You talk to them, you warn, I'm going to count to 3. On 3, you're going to get a smack. I'm like, you know, I warn Maker, 1. And then he carries on and I'll be like, bud, you're already on 1. 2's the next step. If we get to 2, but I follow through. If I get to 3, and 3 isn't, I don't say the word 3, it's bang, 3.
Yeah.
You see?
And it works, but Laura can't do that because she tries to count. She'll get to fucking 100 before the kid doesn't even bats an eye.
See, the thing is, I had an experience that I don't want to use a too strong word, but I found sort of traumatic, was when my daughter was about 3.5, and she did something quite bad, and I went to smack her on the bottom. Now, not hard, but enough. It's just the contact.
Yeah.
It's a wake-up call, that's all.
You're not beating your kids. The fact that you've done it is enough to...
But the thing is, you know, got quite sizable hands.
You're going right on the toy I was going to next.
Is she dropped her knees.
And you hit her on the back.
So I hit her in the small of the back.
But that's why you hold them by one hand, so you can hold them like up, you know?
Well, that's why. The thing is it wasn't hard, but because it wasn't where I was aiming, it
felt harder than it was.
It felt like, oh my God, I've abused my child, even though it was an accident, it wasn't particularly my fault. She knew what was coming, she dropped her knees.
My son did something similar. He was squirming. He would not be still, and I had decent palms too. And I went to spank him, and I know I hit him a little too hard, but it wasn't my on purpose. But I know I felt it on my hand.
Yeah, but
I caught him too hard.
I think we're talking with level-headed individuals here. All of us fairly level as much as that can be. I think the people like the lady Ninja was talking to, she's worried about the parents that aren't level-headed. You know, like what is a smack? What constitutes a smack? How do you? It's not rule of thumb here anymore. You know, go into the garden, get a stick no bigger than your thumb thickness, and you're allowed to beat your wife with it. Well, that got taken advantage of, and kids got abused, or spousal abuse, and it goes too far. And like we're saying, we felt bad when we hit them a little hard by accident on purpose. And what about the people that don't feel that remorse? What about the people that hit the kid like 5 times?
Yeah.
Like that's you give an inch, they take an inch. You're talking about those people. You give an inch, they're going to take an inch.
It fits in with what Pugs was saying about the level of punishment fitting the crime.
Well, speaking of that, I just have to bring this comment up. It's gone past already, but Nevin said, hold on, wait. What did she draw on the couch, Pugs?
It's not what I wrote. I said it was a massive willy, but it wasn't.
Because with that incident with my daughter, there's only one more time in her life that I actually struck her again. And the incident was, I had a Land Rover Freelander that broke down on the motorway. And we had to pull over. The head gasket had gone, like they do on those fucking things.
Yeah.
And we had to pull over, and we're on the side of the motorway. And it wasn't much of a hard shoulder. And, she's the eldest of the three kids. She decides, while we're waiting for recovery, to start playing silly buggers, and takes my youngest shoe and throws it in the road.
Oh. See, this is.
And for Pugs' benefit, I'm talking the M4.
Oh, fucking hell, right.
And I grabbed the shoe and I struck, and I whacked her on the leg.
Yeah.
And it was almost a mixture. I remember my feelings. It was a mixture of, right, you've done wrong, but in my head is how bad it could have been him following his shoe.
Yeah.
It doesn't know what you're thinking about.
But you see, this is where I can sacrifice the discipline. Is that sort of situation where you're in a shopping mall parking lot or something, and for us it's hand on the car, and they got to stand with their hand on the car till you get the trolley secured, and then you can open the doors, let them in or whatever. And if one of them runs away from the car, they get a hiding. Straight away, no warnings, nothing, because they need to know when I say something, you need to abide by that, because you could get run over by a vehicle, which is far worse than getting a small smack on the bum.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very controversial topic, because some people don't believe in it. And Laura watches this cuck on YouTube with this family that raises their kids, and they don't say no to the kids, and I'm like,
they'll pay for it.
In the long run, yeah, it's all peaceful now because the kids don't fight and they have conversations with the 5-year-old, and I'm like, do you really?
The thing is, the conversation I had with this lady, her take on it was that violence will breed violence, that the children won't learn from that smack, but they will just continue to do it and do it again.
That depends how you bring your kids up, generally.
Exactly. It's not every child, not every parent, not every situation.
If you're a shit parent,
my mom backhanded me. Like, we were she had an old Chevette, and I had said something. I cussed at, well, I wasn't cussing her out. I cussed, and I was kind of cussing at her, but not at her in a way. and she was sitting in the driver's seat, and I was fixing to go to football practice, and she had this ring on her, one of her fingers. I don't know which big. It was fake, of course. It was a big rock, basically. And as soon as I got the word out of my mouth, I don't know what it was. Wow!
Because she knew exactly what you were gonna say.
And boy, she busted my lip, just boosh. But granted, I was like 11 years old. I was old enough to understand right from wrong. Like I deserved it. I deserved it.
I did a bad one to Sophia. Like she was mucking about, not getting in the bath, not like bathing or whatever it was. But she was getting out. I had warned her already, and I had the wooden spoon. We've got this metal tin that all the utensils go in. So when I go and grab it, I like shake the thing so they can hear it, so that they know Daddy means business now. And I never hit them with a wooden spoon, but and I had it on the side of the bath. And when I got her out the bath, she was doing something stupid. And I grabbed the spoon and I'm going to smack you. And I swung like this. And
you caught her.
She jumped into it. Like,
oh, no.
A wet bum with a wooden spoon.
Thing.
Bah! All perfectly on one cheek. Bah! And she just stopped. She went straight up like this. Her eyes open. She looked at me. Sorry, Daddy. So, she didn't even cry. She was like, it went red like straight away.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Of course.
Because it was a full swing, but I was aiming to miss her.
And she jumped into it.
Yeah.
That was even more powerful.
And it connected. I literally wrapped a towel around her, went into our bedroom, told Laura to go finish up, and I just burst out crying. I was like, I felt so bad about it. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that to her. Bro, she was so good for like the next 3 months. Like, I didn't have to do anything. I just spoke once and everything was done.
Well, but maybe you didn't connect as hard as you thought, because the way she straightened up and was like,
yeah.
You know what? Maybe you did. I mean,
no. There was a good red welt on her bum cheek. It was proper. You could have heard it, man. It was.
Two things to say on that. The first is that spoon was a deterrent. And like nuclear deterrents, only you can use it.
Yeah. I'm going to push the red button. I will push this red button.
I remember the second thing is I remember my mum. My mum grew up during the Second World War in the West Indies, but she was a little kid. She was born in 1937. And her grandfather had this big, thick leather belt. And it was called Hitler.
Our leather belt was called Peppermint Crisp.
It was actually called Hitler, but she said he never used it on them.
It was just in case.
And it was there, and same thing like with you and the spoon. If you don't behave, you're going to get Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh,
my mum said perfect behaviour. You know?
No. We had Peppermint Crisp because there wasn't anything that my mother loved than Peppermint Crisp and that wooden strap. So,
but Beard, if you would have continued to use that as a deterrent, not used it, like
it might have worn itself off, you know.
Oh, okay.
Actually, maybe Mako's in line for a little wooden spoon action.
Hey, it sounds like it. I'm gonna be honest, because my son. Look, I'm not saying Mako has ADHD or anything. I'm not saying that at all, by no means. But my son acted out like that a lot when he was Mako's age and even older.
Yeah.
And he got put on medication at the age of 4.5, 5 years old, and it made it worse.
Hectic.
He wasn't on the medication but a year and a half, and we took him off because it made him worse. But
Birdman's comment is cause and effect. Kids cannot see the ramifications of their own actions.
It's true.
They can't. They don't understand that running into a parking lot, that there may be a vehicle coming and somebody's looking the other way to look for a gap for parking, and they run over the child.
Yeah.
And like we talk it through. So like a lot of educational things. And I talk to my kids about everything. I'm like, We're in a parking lot now. There's other cars moving around. I told them the whole story. You know, Sophia tried to make me a cup of coffee when she was quite smaller, and she had gotten a chair in the kitchen and turned the kettle on. And I said to her, Sophia, you appreciate what you're trying to do. Next time you need to ask for an adult's help, because if you drop that kettle on your body, you will melt your skin off. And she kind of like, oh, okay. And I was like, no, wait. And I got out my phone, got on Google.
Oh, yeah.
And I got some pictures of I think it's a lady in Australia or something. She got like her whole body, she was like gorgeous, like model type. And she got her whole body burnt off, like in a fire or something. And how her skin was in a before and after photo. And I said, look here, see this lady? She got hot water spilt on her, and this is what happened. And Sophia was like, "Oh my God!" And then she understood it. Then she kind of got the picture. So we haven't had that issue again. So I think it's a lot of education comes first in every aspect of life. Education comes first. I mean, even if you're trying to fire somebody nowadays from a position that they hold in your company, the warning factor, issuing warnings. In between each warning is actually a thing called corrective action. So if somebody's done something wrong, you as a company need to educate them why it's wrong and what's wrong about it. And if they're drunk to work, then it's your responsibility to put them through rehab. If they refuse the rehab, then you can dismiss them. But there are these sort of like...
And to be fair to the lady that I spoke to today, this was her take, is that there should be no smacking, it should be education. But her take was that by smacking a child, they're not getting educated. But I know many a parent that will smack the child and explain, look, this is why. It must always come with an explanation, you know, a reason why you can't do this.
Well, they're not going to know why you've smacked them.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what the counting to 3 is about. That is like, I don't appreciate what you're doing, and I've asked you to do this, or I need you to do that, and I don't want you to do this. And if you don't, I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm going to have to discipline you for it. And that's
That's the problem of what this lady was saying, was she was generalising as if every child that gets smacked doesn't get educated.
It's not true.
Or every child that gets smacked doesn't deserve it. I mean, Mako deserves it sometimes, you know? And I've tried everything, bro. Like, in the middle of a freak out or whatever is happening, I'll pick him up and I'll hug him and I'll tell him it's okay and whatever. You know, last night was a prime example. He woke up and I don't know if he needed to go for a wee or whatever, but I took him to the bathroom, gave him a wee, and then we went he was sleeping in the lounge because from the heavy rains, his room got wet, so it's a bit moldy in there now. We're sorting it out, repainting a wall. And he was like, I want mommy. And I said, no, listen, bud. Mommy's gone to bed in my bed. Sophia's gone to bed in her bed. You need to go to bed and you need to... And he hasn't slept alone in his own bed many times. So it's a new thing to him. But the way that he was... I call it baby crying. He was, I'm like, it's not real crying.
It's fake crying.
Yeah. Your baby crying. I will sit with you until you fall asleep. And he wouldn't have it. 45 minutes later, I was just... And I did everything. I was tickling his hair and holding his back. I was holding him. I was sitting away from him. So I went and sat on the other couch to give him his space, let him calm down, whatever. Nothing. Eventually, I got up, went through to the bedroom. I said, Laura, tag, you're it. I'm about to kick his fucking head through the couch. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Because you can only go so far. And bro, was at least another hour with Laura, same thing.
My son did the same stuff, exact same stuff.
I think he literally just like fake cried himself to sleep. And then these people on YouTube are like, oh, you must self self-soothing. They must self-soothe. Where they cry themselves. Dude, that's with a fucking 3-month-old baby.
Yeah.
They eventually get bored and fall asleep. When you're dealing with a 4-year-old, it's not the same thing. That guy's got fucking tenacity. Like, he's got staying power.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is with all of this is it's the world we live in as well today.
What is happening? Pugs, Nevin's comment that's on chat on the screen right now. Pugs has a spoon-shaped birthmark on his bumhole. I haven't seen it, but I could feel it.
It's a long story, man. I don't want to get into it.
Oh my word. Anyway, topical discussions. I was actually going to do a little screen share thingy.
Sweet.
Just some new vape products that have come out recently. Can't remember where it was. I think it was Instagram. I know who it was. It was Dovpo. Have you seen Dovpo's electronic squonker?
Yeah. See that? The pumper?
The pumper.
Say that.
A new one.
It works on the same basis as a dialysis machine.
It does, really. They literally took the same basis. Exact same basis. But
Really?
Here's the thing. For me, it looks very innovative. It looks neat. But that tank that you put your liquid doesn't look it holds a whole lot of liquid.
There we go.
My experience with self squonkers or motorized squonkers or auto.
So you push a button on the side and it squonks up.
It's the fact that they're very prone to over squonking because you can't see how much has gone in.
Well, this one you can because you can put a regular RDA on it. You can put any RDA on it.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, but just imagine if there was a nice, very nice. Where's this thing gone? All right.
I think
Just imagine if there was a very nice 28mm RDA that would go on there that's specifically built for squonking.
Oh, what could you possibly mean, bro? What
Oh.
could you possibly mean?
So I'm a bit bummed because you all know the story.
Yeah.
Now Dovpo's bringing out very cool squonky shit. I'm glad they
that.
brought it up because they brought it out just in time.
Well, my take on that would be that I would imagine any kind of pump mechanism would use a fair amount of power from the battery, and I would rather use
But it is
and have more battery life.
But it's a 21700.
Yeah, but still, you're sacrificing a bit of battery life for the fact of pressing a button rather than pushing a bottle. I don't see the advantage. I find it lazy.
Well, but that's just it. It's for the lazy vapor. I mean, that's what it's for.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
About the dialysis?
Yeah, look at that. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Hectic. That's actually not that fucking dumb. You sacrificed a lot of space on the bottle here.
Yeah, like that little bottle, man. It's not for big. It's not for big addies. That's for sure.
That's my problem with automatic squonkers is that I haven't seen one with a bottle that has a great juice capacity.
The only one I've seen is the top side door. It's got a big bottle.
Yeah, this thing,
Yes.
the Pulsar's got a very big bottle.
Yeah. They're not auto squonkers. The only auto squonker I've had is the SX Mini one, and that was a bit crap.
So you really haven't had a squonker.
I've got millions of squonk, not millions. I've got
Yeah,
loads.
I was referring to the capacity
Auto
of
squonkers,
auto squonkers, not.
Oh, okay, I
I've
got you. Sorry about that. Just auto squonker. Yeah, they've all been little bottles.
Yeah.
No, I've got loads of squonkers, but auto squonkers, I had the SX Mini one, and that didn't work very well for me at all.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people didn't like that one. You went the all in one, for sure.
Well, I'll definitely get one of these because it's.
But for someone who likes a single core addy that's smaller, it's got a decent juice well, like some of these little more expensive RDAs that you see out. Those styles, like that BP Mods RDA that the top flips up. The single coiler. That would be a good one to throw on there because it would fit, and it's got a decent size. The airflow sits up high, so if you hit it 3 or 4 times, it's not going to be spewing out the sides.
The Bushido.
Yeah, thank you. The Bushido. Yep. Like that would be a good one to go throw on there.
That's what Joe uses. She's got that on.
You know, my barrage. You know, it holds a lot of liquid before liquid comes out of this out of it. So, but I don't really use single coils that much. For me, it's not gonna do much.
It's nice to see somebody coming out with a new kind of squonker because that kind of innovation has kind of died a death of late. The last bit of serious innovation I saw was the top side when it came to squonking.
Yeah, very much.
I agree. This is very innovative in the world of auto squonking. Like it's different. It's way different.
And Dovpo know what they're doing, so
Yeah.
it'll probably be quite good.
I mean, all the other auto squonkers I've seen, they come with the proprietary little RDAs or pods, if you want to call them pods. You know, they're proprietary, and they're really, really small.
Yeah.
Yes, you can fit. You can put anything you want to on there, but I mean.
Yeah.
What else have you guys seen that's new that's looking fun?
Oh, I was just about to say, there's a serious lack of innovation in most areas in vaping these days. So it's nice to see that.
Agree.
I mean,
I think we've been podded to death.
Yeah.
Got the Dead Rabbit Max coming out.
I'm not interested in burrow devices, so that's what it's all about at the moment. Burrow devices.
The Dead Rabbit Max looks pretty cool. I
It
mean,
does actually,
I got into borrow devices and I'm enjoying them very much.
Yep.
However, I still think that it's getting slightly overdone. The industry seems to do this all the time.
Fashion.
It picks an area and then it does it to death, but it forgets about everything else.
Yeah.
It's like watching kids play football. They all fucking run after the ball like this, like in a group, instead of like kicking the ball to each other. I don't know if that's the right terminology.
I love my the billet boxes, but I'm not going to stop.
That's the new Dead Rabbit Max RDA.
I like it.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah. I like the shape. It's good.
I like the fact that it looks. Is that a beauty ring on there?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's part of it.
Yeah. I like the fact that it's a little different. Don't know about those airflow holes though. That looks a bit
Well, it's different, isn't it? It's
noisy
different.
to me.
I'm wondering if that's got, so basically your airflow is adjustable by twisting, I take it, the whole top cap.
Yeah, which is
I would imagine. So on the inside of the deck, there's a position that's open, and if you turn the top cap, but then it'll take your airflow off the coil. Oh no, the slot would be by the coil, and so that the cap restricts the airflow if you need it restricted.
There's a breakdown on Elevate where they show you they got it spread apart and you can see how it works. I don't remember what it said, but
that was one of the areas with that when Peng sent me that 3D file and everything. That was one of the things I said that wasn't on the original design, and I don't particularly like that style of having to move the top cap to just the airflow. I'd rather have an AFC ring and the top you can just slam on that doesn't leave gliding up on anything. So it's coming back to me on that. I prefer AFC rings than spinning top caps. Just a personal preference. I like the idea of a top cap you can just drop on. Doesn't matter where it's pointing, you just drop it on. I like the Sherman.
Okay.
I like
Julian said that he was in during load shedding, so he had his generator running, and it, in South African terminology, it cucked.
Crap on it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
When Smith said, all right. Never heard anybody as Welsh as Lynn Smith.
Yes. I didn't understand anything she ever said.
Hey.
That's what I said. Maybe they should have got Lynn to do that advert for the carpet guy for the Easter weekend.
Holiday Monday.
15% off our
I must have missed that.
Oh yeah, no, it was on the show on that show that I got in trouble with.
You didn't get
Oh.
I don't know why. And I even said on the show, I'm not really sure why you guys keep inviting me back because you see, I do these lives for 5 years. I've been doing it by myself, so I've been accustomed to like keeping the conversation going and.
Yeah, because do you know why you're good to get on a show? It's for that reason and that reason alone. Because there's nothing worse than getting somebody on your show that just sits there and says nothing for 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've had a few of those, like fucking drawing semen out of a stone.
Input, just, join.
You ask them a question, they'll be like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I agree.
But like before the show, like, "Oh, I'm so excited to come on the show with you," and afterwards they're like, "Hey, it was a really good show," and I'm like, "You didn't
Were you
fucking
there?
say anything."
Were you there at that show, buddy? You didn't get hired.
I think
Yeah,
you're on a
exactly.
different show than I was.
I have to make sure I don't talk too much. Like I have to, because I talk. I'm a talker. I always have been. So I have.
Mine goes the same way Brent's does. The more I've had to drink, the more I talk.
Well, I talk sober, so.
Right? If I'm pissed, I don't shut up at all.
I would like to have that excuse that alcohol makes me more verbal, but
Oh, it does, because I've had you on sober and I've had you on pissed. And
Yeah.
definitely, in terms of volume and context, it's definitely more when you're pissed.
Oh, I've definitely. I've only seen Brent pissed on a show. Like
bro,
I've seen him pissed in one of his Zooms, private, in his private Zoom. But
yeah.
I'll get more talkative, and then I'll just fall asleep. So I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I if you ever feel the urge to see me extremely drunk, yeah, go on to Saturday Simon62's YouTube channel and look at the show from Easter Saturday.
oh, I did.
I did a 24-hour show for charity last year.
Oh, with the
guys
Misfits?
with-
For
Yeah.
Vapor Trucker.
Oh yeah, I did. I've done 24 hours with the Misfits. I did.
Well, I drank from a couple of hours in, and I was 16 pints in.
Holy
And, at one point, I cried over something, and I offered. Do you know who Wayne is from DIY or Die? He's a very famous.
yeah.
I offered him out on a mixing challenge. Said I was going to take.
Did he tell you to jog on?
No, we were going to do it, but nothing came of it. And then a few other things. Thankfully, because it went over 24 hours, YouTube didn't upload it, so you couldn't go back and watch it again. So I was
yeah.
very thankful. I was shit faced.
They do 12 hours. YouTube.
So I think you've got to tell them if it's going to be over a certain amount of time. You've got to tell them beforehand. Then they'll upload it, but nobody did.
So you got saved.
I'm grateful, honestly.
I think now they'll just cut it off, and where they stop at the 24-hour mark, I think that gets uploaded. So you got lucky.
Yeah, I did get lucky.
Oh no, man! I've seen streams on there, like those live music streams or whatever, that are days long.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was the most.
Graham says Brent on Simon's show was brilliant. Thank you very much, Graham. I appreciate that. Hello, Kale. And then I saw David Lloyd is in the house, as well as Luke is in the house. What's up, Luke?
Evening, Luke.
Evening, Luke. We got IPC Bates. Evening, IPC.
That's Luke.
Oh, that's Luke. Oh, sorry. What's up, Luke?
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Luke.
Howdy.
Oh.
The only thing I've seen
Hey,
Luke. is the two things that we've talked about so far. I haven't really been diving into in the news sections of all the online shops here lately.
Well, in the UK, there's not a lot going on.
There's not a lot going on. I think I'm hoping that Expo kind of revives and kicks up some dust because people have been sitting on their asses a little too long.
Oh, people dig customization, which is why Borough devices have taken off so well, because you can personalize that to your heart's content with everything that's available to them.
But we need new products to customize.
Exactly.
Everyone's too focused on the fucking disposables and stuff. I have got.
The thing with that as well is that, you're going to buy stuff for your Borough device and customize it because you've got nothing else to spend your money on.
There's that as well.
Like, I don't want to customize some of my stuff, but you know, I don't know. I know most of y'all know, but my mother-in-law, I've told Brent this. She's got cancer, and we've been taking care of her and paying for stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to customize. That's why I've been staying out all the new stuff. That's because, you know, we've been having to.
Everybody wants something. Everyone wants something that's unique.
But I did see something different, though. You know, and someone had taken he takes Pulse AIOs, and it does something totally different than Bearded Viking does. But he takes them and he thins them. He thins the ones that are all plastic. He thins them down. But as he's thinning them down, he's etching designs in them.
It's laser engraving it. Yeah.
Turns out looking like some of the high-end devices that you see with the etching on.
I've seen somebody's doing that with billet boxes now as well.
Yes, I've seen that. But the thing, the little bits and bobs that are coming out, they're coming out at some pretty high-end prices that probably aren't warranted.
Well, Boxer just brought out their Boro version at $500.
There's a couple of mech Boros that have come out, and I mean, you haven't got a chip in there. It's simple.
It's less
operation, and you're charging how much?
Yeah.
Cherry Pines, Dimitri Lazar, he has and Mikey, I think is the other gentleman's name, who does most of the Cherry Pine stuff. They've got some really nice ones. I mean, granted, they're over $100, and some of them are close to $200. But I will say this: Voorhees Customs come out with a Mech Bordeaux. Now it's boxy, but it looks good, and it's only $80. And he 3D prints it, and it looks pretty decent.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys doing some really cool shit. I'm just worried about the big companies that aren't doing shit. Like,
well, this is why things are expensive now, because they're not making as many.
True.
But why? Because they're concentrating on disposables? I would hate that to be the fact.
Yeah, that's where the money is. That's where I've said this from the start. Our little corner of the universe, the hobbyist vapor, is probably not even 5% of the vaping industry.
Yeah.
I think total it's like 12 to 20% of the whole industry worldwide.
I wouldn't have said that much.
I wouldn't say that much.
When you're thinking about people who don't know anything about us or any of that kind of thing, all they do is go to the local shop and buy a disposable. They don't care about anything else. There's more of those kind of people than any other.
Right. I mean, but I'm talking globally. Globally, like you said, you're about 5% in where you're at. And, you know,
it's probably less than that.
Over here, it's crazy.
Everyone in the world that vapes, is probably less than 5% are actual hobbyist vapors.
Well, I think in South Africa, we've got a population of 60 million. And our last kind of number was 300,000 people vape. And of that, hobbyists were 5%.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I mean, people. You see that the unfortunate thing is that people would put themselves down as a vapor if they're using like a dual bar or a disposable Twisp in South Africa, or Vooz is the new name of Twisp. So it's kind of like, is there really like are they really vapors? I think there needs to be another term for it. They're ends. They're ends. They're not vapors.
Ex-smokers.
Yeah.
Well, they're not in some cases.
Transitional smokers.
Yeah.
Transitional smokers. Yeah, they're the trannies of the vape world.
We've had 2 new shops open up in Ringgold where I live at in Georgia. And I went in there just to see. Because I just knew what I was going to see, but I wanted to just see for myself. And they had a wall, like I swear to you, it was probably 20 foot long, full, nothing but disposables.
Yeah.
Any and every kind of disposable you would think of was on that wall. They had a little 3 foot section of freebase e-liquid and salt nicks. They had a little section in a window thing of smoke devices and a few geek bait devices, and that was it. It was like maybe a foot wide, but nothing but disposables.
Well, that's because disposables lend itself to retail more than the hobbyist stuff does. Because the kind of people that go in there buying disposables don't go online looking at vape gear. So
No. But also, I think there's this. I mean, we had like 2, maybe 3 years ago. Might have been before lockdown. No, it was definitely before lockdown. We had pod stores that only sold pod MTL juices. Oh, they didn't do vape gear. They only did pods. Yeah. They were called pod stores. Obviously, they didn't make it through quarantine. But I think that like when you're competing with the gas stations with the same product, the gas station doesn't matter about their margin on that thing. They don't care. They paid their rent and their staff already from the fuel and other things. Everything else is just kind of auxiliary, you know. So when you're opening up a store that's competing with a gas station, you're competing with their pricing. Dude, they'll run the business in days. I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to go. They may not have the massive selection, but to be fair, out of all the disposables, can you tell the taste difference between any of them? They're all made in the same factory.
Even the numbers of people who are interested in hobby vapors has dropped. You look at the numbers of all the biggest shows in the world, all the biggest YouTube shows. Their numbers are a fraction of what they were getting 5-6 years ago. Fraction.
Well, a lot of hobbyists got scared when everything was being talked about, you know, the vape apocalypse and yada, yada, yada. They switched over to the ease of use stuff because they just didn't know where it was going.
They're being fucked over by the government. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
They are conforming rather than rebelling.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Expo is going to be a significant mark in the vape world, especially the Birmingham one, because it's the first, not the first, but the biggest vape show to hit back up since the COVID thing, and I think we'll get a good feel of the industry after that. Who knows? Maybe I'll just go straight into prosthetics when I get home from Birmingham.
There's definitely an increase in disposable stalls at this year's Expo. If you check out the list of people that's going.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed to see that there was still quite a lot of juice makers, a lot of local juice makers, international juice makers going to be at the Expo. So tells me that it's not completely dead.
No, you still got Steam Crab going to be there.
Riot's got to stand again.
Yeah, hey, Steam Crab. Oh, that's
Zeus
right.
Juice.
Come out with their new RDA. Come out with a new RDA.
So there's a few there.
Brian's show anyway. Suicide Mobs and Vapors Cloud.
Oh, Vapor Clouds launched their coil range today.
Oh, is it today? Oh,
yeah, sweet. with Scott's Coils. And I checked. Scott's Coils won the handmade coils like best of 22 or whatever. And I'm wondering about this. Do you have to be like from the UK to get nominated or something? Because
I don't think so.
Like they know who I am because they asked me to do the online events and stuff like that with my stuff. Yeah. I find it a bit weird.
Yeah.
I understand my first couple of years, but we're heading into year I think we've done year 6 now. What are we? 22. So
22.
let's not say 16. I'll say 17, 18,
No,
19, 20, 21, 22.
But you haven't
5
been
years.
doing
We've
calls
done
for that
5
many
years.
though.
In the 17th of January, February, March. Hey, March. 17th of March was 5 years.
But you haven't been doing coils for that whole time, though, right?
No. I'm not talking about the quills. I'm talking about. I don't think there's a category for me.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Except, I mean, if
There's
you haven't
modders.
done enough-
There's modders, but I don't make a mod. I make
Maybe they could
accessories.
introduce a customization category.
accessories. You make accessories for vape products.
Yeah, I think Chester might be right because I make customs.
Yeah.
You know, and customization comes in many forms. It's not just your acrylics. You've got people like
Well, Nick's tips.
Ashton
Ashton as well. Yeah, fuck, he does customization. Mike.
995. You've got Richard Wales design.
No, but that's graphic.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, there should be a customization. It's like the modders gallery. There should be a customizers gallery.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially now, like customization has become such a popular thing. It definitely should be a thing nowadays, for sure.
Like Rasper was just said, you well, Lost Vape, Yeehee Vaporess are all at the expo. And there's a
Oh yeah, Lost Vape Yeehee. Yeehee, what is Yeehee making?
Chips. So,
Yeah, they make chips.
What's just they'll be there because of SX Mini.
Yeah.
Mini is just.
Yeah.
Hey, that new G class looks good. I like the new.
I've got it. It's almost here. It's in transit.
I know. Yeah, I really like. I didn't like the old one, but
I've got them both coming.
There's a lot of people that like the old G class, like
Well,
hardcore G class fans.
I'm definitely interested in looking up Steam Crows.
their new RDA. I've looked at it. The new RDA they come out with. I mean, it's simple, but it kind of it's kind of like a Ragnar RDA.
Thing is with Steam, I've got a load of Steam Crave stuff. It's all less. Where am I? There. I've got my finger right there. All that is Steam Crave. They're all Steam Crave tanks. I've got all of them, and as well made as they are, they just don't give very good flavour.
What?
No, Steam Crave, no.
The original, what's it called? Can't remember the fucking word.
Dwarf?
The original.
Romizer?
The Aromizer. The original
Aromizer, yeah, Steam Crave, sorry.
Well, the bigger tanks just don't give as good a flavour.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can get on. That's why I passed mine on to by very long delivery.
The Ragnar gives really good flavor.
Yeah, the Ragnar's
Wow.
are all right, but again, it's not as good as the Voltrove equivalent. Because it's kind of people compare the two quite a lot.
But see, here's the thing though. You like a lot of airflow. So you're going.
Not a massive amount. I mean,
But you said you like a good bit of airflow.
yeah, I like the option of.
Right, and that's Voltrove is airflow seating. I mean, even when you cut it down.
I have them turned right down Voltroves, whereas Steam Crave's have them turned right up, pretty much. But there's more than enough airflow in a Steam Crave for me. But the bigger tanks for me just mute flavour. They don't. They have an emphasis on. Yes, you can build a tank this fucking long with a chimney this big in it. But again, that's not going to do you any favours. You can have more liquid in there, but your flavour will be muted if you're going to have a massive chimney in it. It just will. So, and I don't understand their way of thinking. I don't think the build decks in most of their tanks are particularly great. Most of them are too small.
Wow, Steampunks, you're very opinionated. Why don't you design a device?
We can agree to disagree on that one for sure because I've got 2 Ragnars, I've got a Titan,
Oh, the Ragnar.
I have the Aromizer
Ragnar.
2 Supreme Land, and I've only gotten superior like saturated flavor, especially off my Ragnar.
Jeremy, don't take it personally. Steampugs had to watch one of my videos from 2016 on how to wick. So,
and well, with the Ragnar though, you get the undercoil airflow too. They added that option. So to me, they're bad. I agree with you on the Rollmaster Plus 30, but the Ragnar because they added that
The Ragnar's good. I don't use it though. I mean, for me, choice of what I'm using at any given moment is a purely organic thing. It's what I reach for without thinking about it. My brain knows it's better, and I don't reach for any of the Steam Crave tanks anymore.
Well, I mean, I can say I don't need. To be fair, I don't reach for mine anymore either. But it's not because I don't. I didn't like the flavor. I just don't want tanks that big anymore. I just got tired of having big tanks.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that new RDA from Suicide to come out.
right. Sorry, Adrian Bluchnote says, hi all from the UK.
I haven't got that, child.
It's on the screen.
Facebook?
Hey, Adrian.
It's on the screen. Yeah.
I've got it on Zoom, so I can't see it.
Oh, yeah. No, he just said hi. So, the Raspa says the Aroma Mazda V2 was superb. The Glas Mini and the classic MTL, both good too.
Actually, the Glas V2 is one of my favourite RTAs, but that's a completely different animal, totally different animal. You wouldn't even believe it was made by Steam Crave. It's just every bit of that is different.
But don't you think that like Steam Crave and all these other guys are gonna like pop off with something new at Birmingham this year? Go, we've been working this 2-year sabbatical that everybody was forced into. You know, maybe they've done some work.
Yeah.
It would certainly be nice. It would be nice to see that.
I've got a little secret weapon for everyone that's collected their Abyss, the Dovpo Suicide Abyss. I've made an adaptation plate for it that is
it's really
the game changer.
It's gonna be fantastic. You're gonna see after I launch it, everyone's gonna be buying up secondhand Abysses because nobody wanted them and they don't know about the plate yet. But it's a sterling idea. It works solidly. I've tested it a few times. The only thing I'm having a problem with is getting the powder coating done. Powder coating that doesn't scratch off.
Oh no.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, gentlemen and ladies, if any are watching.
Yeah, I think we're going to shut it down anyway. It's an hour and a half. I went much longer than I thought.
I've got a Call of Duty session waiting for me.
Very well, chaps. Thank you very much for being here. If you want to do your goodbyes, Steam Pugs, will start with you.
Thank you very much for inviting me on the show.
Sure, man.
It's good as always. Nice to see you three ugly people again. And thanks everyone in chat on both sides. I've not got it on there anymore, just pretending. It wasn't there, it's not now. Thanks chat for being engaging and catch us on Saturday's Simon Show.
Cool.
Thank you.
Ninja?
Pass it on to George Boy.
Thanks for having me as always. Chat, it's been fun. Chester, Stan, it's been awesome. Good to see you again. And that's it.
Yeah.
Chester.
Everybody, it's always a pleasure. And love you guys, love coming on here. Thanks, Brent. Great show. And everyone in chat, some great chats in there. I was going to pop off earlier, but a lot of Nevin's comments wouldn't have got approved. And Birdman's. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a giggle. Stay safe, everyone.
Cool. I'll be doing this panel show once a month, probably the last Thursday of every month. We'll try to get a few more reviewers on. I want to get some South African viewers to participate as well. It is my part, like, very badly, no planning. Had a lot of things happen the last 3 weeks, so my list of guests has dwindled down to nothing. And I need to do some work on that next week. But thanks everyone for popping in. Guys, I appreciate you, lastminute.com, jumping in and having a chat with us. And everyone in chat, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate everyone. Love you lots. We'll see you on Tuesday probably with a product review. And yeah, keep it cool, keep it cloudy, and don't